Hello and welcome everyone to Season 2 of the World Vegan News, the place where we serve you the news the same way we serve our tofu. Extra firm.
Damn, boy, he's thick! Boy, that's a thick-ass boy! Damn!
I'm your host, Broccoli, and I know it's a shock to see me, but I finally escaped the basement where Brian Turner had locked me up after he forcibly shaved my beautiful locks out of pure jealousy.
Please, let me come back. I just want to deliver the news, Brian.
Never! You've stolen my spotlight for the last time. Come here.
No, please, anything but my long, beautiful hair. Anything else.
Stop moving!
Oh no!
Luckily, after he cut my beautiful hair, I did manage to escape, stealing his password so that I can once again deliver the best source of vegan news on the planet. Now, let's get into this week's stories. In today's first story, Israeli startup Future Meat Technologies has opened the world's first industrial cultured meat facility. The production facility is capable of producing 500 kilograms of cultured meat a day. That's the equivalent of 5,000 hamburgers. The startup is using bioreactors to culture meat, including ham, chicken, and lamb, as well as beef in the future. Apparently, they are using proprietary animal cells to grow the meat, which means they do not require any material from living animals. I have no freaking clue how they're doing this, but that's pretty amazing news. Now, I know lab-grown meats are pretty weird and they are a point of huge contention in the vegan community, but I think this is huge for overall animal welfare as non-vegans will get to eat meat without having to kill animals for it. What do you think? Next up, Gordon Ramsay, who has been a very vocal anti-vegan in the past, recently changed his tune and has brought vegan chef Josie Clems to his Hell's Kitchen cooking competition show, which began premiering in May of this year. This is a pretty fantastic turn of events, and I personally hope Josie brings her very best tofu game, because otherwise...
I'm done. You, f*** off out of here.
Me?
Get out. Hey, excuse me, madam.
Russia.
Me. How about you?
When interviewed about the show, Josie said, "The thing that I'm most excited about is the 6 million people that are going to watch it, and that's 6 million people who usually watch a meat cooking show. This is a big seed about veganism being planted into mainstream consciousness." The show is now mid-season and Josie has still yet to be eliminated, so give the next episode a watch on July 5th and see how she's doing. You go, girl. Enjoying the episode so far? Join the brand new Discord that just launched this week. It's an awesome community where you can chat with me and fellow vegans about everything from what you're eating to your cute pet pictures, and you can even help with the development of new episodes. Okay, listen, I'm not asking, I'm telling you. The link's right there below the video. Join it. In our next story, dairy lobbyists fail to convince the EU to censor dairy-free labels. Now, in an already passed, absolutely ridiculous law, terms such as almond milk and vegan cheese are already banned on products in the EU. But this amendment is seeking to restrict dairy alternatives from using descriptive terms such as yogurt style and cheese alternative. It would also prohibit the use of milky imagery such as swirls on a carton of oat milk. Whatever that means. I'll show you, milky swirls. Honestly, to me, this sounds like a bunch of pissed off grown adults angry that vegan alternatives are absolutely stealing their profits and they're throwing a bit of a temper tantrum. I will call your parents, you f***ing babies. Luckily, this amendment was shot down, but I have no doubt that these giant babies will continue trying to push absolutely silly laws like this as they continue getting steamrolled by innovative and, quite frankly, sexy vegan brands. This week, a group of approximately 40 cows escaped California's slaughterhouse, manning beef through an open gate. After the cows ran through the streets of Pico Rivera, California for quite a while, the authorities finally rounded up most of the cows and returned them back to the slaughterhouse. Unfortunately, one cow was shot and killed after charging and running over a few people on the street. Now, I don't know how this happened because, you know, it's just me, but if I see a big ass cow coming down the street, I'm gonna get out of the way. I don't know, I didn't see it, I'm just saying. On a positive note to this story, Diane Warren was able to negotiate the release of one of the cows to an animal rescue organization called Farm Sanctuary. This is what Diane said.
I didn't realize, my phone started blowing up. I didn't realize what a news story it would be, but if it could shed some light on how horrible meat is and what it takes to bring food like that to your plate.
Next up, world-renowned apparel brand Canada Goose announced a commitment to end the use of fur in its collections. The brand will stop using fur by the end of 2021 and will discontinue its manufacturing of the items made with fur by the end of 2022. Okay, I know this is great news, but why not just do it right now? It's like they almost nailed it, but they just missed the mark.
Name a yellow fruit.
Orange.
Canada Goose still continues to use duck and goose feathers for downing in their jackets, so it's a step, but honestly, it's time to stop f***ing around. It's 2021, guys. Subway's tuna sandwiches were found to contain no tuna DNA according to scientists following a commissioned report. The fast food chain sent samples of more than 60 inches worth to the lab after a study was ordered by the New York Times. A lab spokesperson told the New York Times, "There's two conclusions. One, it's so heavily processed that whatever we could pull out, we couldn't make an identification. Or two, there's just nothing in there that can be identified as tuna. Moreover, they could not even identify what species the meat was." Okay, listen. This is gross. I know vegans and meat eaters argue back and forth, but I don't think anyone can sit there and tell me that this isn't disgusting. Scientists couldn't even identify what's in there. That's gross. Non-vegans will sit there and make faces at vegan food all day, but at least this doesn't happen with my beans, my rice, my fruits, or my vegetables. At this point, anyone who hears this news and is still eating tuna from Subway, and really any meat, I've fully decided they're drunk.
Oh, Gummy Bears.
NotCo, a Chilean startup that manufactures a plant-based milk called Not Milk, has been seeing skyrocketing sales this past year, and they are now backed by Amazon founder and the world's richest man, Jeff Bezos.
Their wives drink their blood. Come on, Jeff, get 'em!
Fellow vegan companies such as Impossible Foods is now worth $5 billion. Oatly is aiming for a $10 billion evaluation, and now NotCo is hoping for and eyeing unicorn status, which is a valuation of $1 billion in its next funding round.
We hold the world ransom for $100 billion.
This week, Taco Bell tested a new menu innovation, a chalupa shell made entirely from vegan chicken. It was developed by innovators at Taco Bell's test kitchen, and the vegan chicken shell is made from a proprietary pea protein-based blend that is breaded and fried. Slap my ass and call me a baby, cause I'm a sucker for anything deep fried. The naked chalupa is priced at $3.49 and was only being tested at one location in Irvine, California, as part of Taco Bell's extensive testing of new veggie products that they'll then decide to bring to market later on. Fellow vegan content creator and personal friend Jasmine from Sweet Simple Vegan went there and tried it herself. Let's see what she has to say.
So to make it vegan, you just say no cheese, no avocado ranch, and then inside is some lettuce and tomato. All right, here we go. Cheers. That's good. That's a little spicy. This is delicious. I really hope Taco Bell launches this nationwide. I am a fan. Thumbs up for me.
Woo, that shit looks delicious. Would you try it? To make ordering meatless even easier, Taco Bell introduced Veggie Mode kiosks at their participating locations last year. The kiosks are now programmed with a one-swipe button that transforms the entire Taco Bell ordering menu to display only certified vegetarian options, many of which users can further customize to be fully vegan. Good job, Taco Bell. Way to listen to what your customers really want, unlike the drunk idiots at Arby's who jokingly made Merritt's carrot-shaped meat as a joke against vegans in 2019.
You gotta think like a criminal. Intimidation is a key, Randy. An individual who's intimidated f***s up.
Finally, and possibly my favorite story of this week, a San Francisco-based startup called New Culture is launching its first product, a dairy-identical vegan mozzarella, which is coming in 2023. The company has found a way to create casein, which is the protein in cow's milk that gives it its gooey and stretchy properties, as well as its mouth texture. Honestly, this whole thing is tripping me out. They can create a vegan casein with a precision fermentation process that allows it to make what is described as real cow cheese without the cow.
Yeah, science, bitch! Remember that?
To create the new animal-free casein, New Culture uses synthetic biology techniques to insert DNA sequences into microbes that effectively instruct them to express the target casein proteins after feeding on a sugar solution. This results in what they're describing as having the same taste, texture, melt, and stretch as the cheese we all know and love. Seriously, every time I think the vegan market's innovations have peaked, some other crazy science comes out of the woodworks and they push forward something unheard of. If you don't think that everyone will be vegan on purpose or not at some point in the future, you're in for a rude awakening.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Billy.
Well, that brings us to the end of this episode of the World Vegan News. I know it's been a while, my beautiful vegan babies, but don't worry. Daddy's back with some new content, so open up. New episodes will be going up every 2 weeks, so make sure to hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss a damn thing. Great thanks to my vegan news friends, plant-based news, and veg news, and if you want to support the channel, go and get your vegan supplements from Vivo Life using code BRIAN10 for a 10% discount. You're all amazing, thanks for coming back, and I'll see you all in the very next episode.
Team Beyond the Week.